What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Coach Franco Breakdowns. And for this special edition, okay, we are going to give in to our friends' requests. Diba? Marami po kasing naghihingi ng breakdown na to. So you good with breaking down fights now. Let's see you do a breakdown about this election. So I said, okay, a lot of you guys requested for it. So here it goes. A lot of people are always asking, why did Bongbong Marcos or BBM win this election? For me, the better question to ask is how? Okay, how did he win this election? You have to understand that elections are a numbers game. An election is a popularity contest. So, kung ikaw ang pinaka-popular, ikaw yung lagi nakikita, ikaw yung may magandang strategy, at ikaw yung napupusuan ng publiko, ikaw ang mananalo. Okay? So, for this breakdown, I will do my best to lay down my observations. Here it goes. Now, if I miss out on certain things, if you want to add more things, please let me know in the comment section. Let's all discuss this, diba? Para people want to have a better understanding as to how Bongbong Marcos and his team was able to win this entire thing by a landslide. Okay, it's a good way for us to understand how elections work. What are the strategies and the tactics that politicians are doing and probably future politicians will do in order to win elections? So let's break this down. So ako, as much as possible, I want to make this very, very simple and digestible for everyone. So first things first, the way I looked at his campaign, okay, in terms of branding and messaging, everything was singular, everything was centered, okay, centered on certain specific items, certain specific words, okay, keywords, kumbaga. The first one is they kept preaching about unity. Unity, 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 unity. Diba? Lahat ng, even sa interviews ni Bongbong, diba? Kaya, marami nang aasar, pero unity, uniteam, diba? They stuck to one messaging. That is something that, I mean, political scientists or political analysts, they always advocate this, di ba? When it comes to campaign periods, people have very short attention spans, lalo-lalo na sa panahon natin ngayon. If you have one message and you kept staying with that message, the more that it resonates, mas maraming makakaalala, mas maraming yung recall malakas. Okay, so for them to keep saying lahat ng tanong sa kanya, whether in interviews, open forums, di ba? Laging unity. He kept saying unity. Isisingit niya lagi yon. When you look at their campaign paraphernalias, you look at their campaign slogans, when you look their social media posts, a lot of it is unity, uniteam, diba? Malakas yung recall niya. It's not scattered. The strategy is not scattered. So when it comes to messaging, they won this one. Branding, messaging, and marketing, that whole campaign. You can't really say anything bad about the execution because ang laki ng reach, they got everyone's attention. Let's talk about the campaign. Let's talk about the entire campaign, the strategies and the executions. If there's one thing that people, right, whether you're a campaign strategist or a political strategist or you're working for either the opposition or the administration, this is one thing that the Bongbong Marcos team did really, really well. Number one is they played the long game. When you talk about playing the long game, you are adhering, you are adapting to the current landscape and the future landscape of the political scene. Graduate na yung mga Pilipino at graduate na rin yung mga yung Pilipinas sa yung momentary and temporary campaigning relationships. I hope I got that right. We're very much done with yung gratification that people get during campaign periods. Iba na tayo ngayon. Everyone is playing the really good ones pala. They're playing the long game. When I talk about the long game, it's building communities, it's building trust, it's building rapport, it's building your brand, your personal brand through time. And you build relationships within those communities. You want them engaged. You want them to become your fans. And then you activate them during campaign period or during elections. So when you talk about the long game ng Bongbong Marcos team, diba, the Uni team, it's all about social media presence. They executed a lot of social media campaigns, digital campaigns, in different platforms. So let's take, for example, the YouTube channel ni Bongbong. If you look at the YouTube channel ni Bongbong and the Uni team, it's either there's one main channel and there are several sub-channels, whether they funded that or it was part of their team or their fans. Instant distribution yon. So many eyeballs, so many attention. We're in the attention economy. If you get people's attention, if you poke through their emotions, they will respond, whether positive or negative. Digital platforms, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Medyo minor pa nga sa Instagram pero they're very high on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Just imagine, main pieces of content from Bongbong's YouTube page, it will be repurposed, it will be recalibrated, it will be spliced and diced, and it will be redistributed. Sobrang dami na nun. Doon pa lang, tremendous amount of reach, huge amount of impressions, and the engagement that you will get from those pieces of content will highly stick to the voting public. Next is building relationships, building community, building rapport. They're depicting their candidate, diba? They're depicting Bongbong as the savior, they're antagonists to some, but they're heroes to some as well. Diba? Hindi naman sila nawala sa political scene ng Pilipinas. They've never gone. Kumbaga, para sa akin, hindi sila umalis ever. Kasi they were exiled, pero nakabalik din sila. And the moment they came back, and the moment they came back, they were part of the scene right away. Walang build up. In the advent of social media and technology, they just really, really diversified and executed really, really well. So you have your vlogs, mini vlogs, interviews, diba? All you have to do is just look at the social media platforms ng mga Marcoses. And it's not just Bongbong, si Aimee, si Sandro. They got their other family members to create channels and be part of each other's channel. So malaking bagay yun in terms of distribution, growing your audience. It allowed them to reach out and have different subsectors that they weren't able to tap previously. Lahat yan inactivate nila during campaign period. Tandaan natin, growing a channel, growing a platform takes time, and they invested highly on that. They just really realized the value of social media and various digital platforms, either for their campaigns or to spread their propaganda or to build community. They utilized it to a T. Another one would be building rapport within communities. So ayan, that's why we see certain farmer groups, yung mga motorcycle groups, if I'm not mistaken, yung Angkas group, di ba? They strategically place themselves during times of need, whether there's a calamity, there's a natural disaster, may kailangan ng ayuda, merong kailangan ng donations. They were visible. If you're a politician, especially a career politician, you want to be visible, especially during times when people need help and you're there, mas mataas yung recall nun. Diba? Yung bawi nun, yung ROI nun, mas maganda at mas malaki later on when you decide to run. So that's playing the long game. Now, if I miss out on anything, put it in the comment section kung ano pa yung kulang or kung ano pa yung pwede natin idagdag. Now, during the campaign period, this is the most critical part, and they executed a lot of really good strategies. No, tayo sa medyo light. Number one, they only had 1 or 2 spokespeople, 1 or 2 hype people for their entire campaign. Yung ibang kandidato, kung sino-sino kinukuha nila, they're trying to experiment. Sino ba yung pwede? Kanino ba magre-respond yung mga tao? Sino ba yung pwede nating kunin para ipa-hype up yung crowd? UNITEAM, 2 lang. Tony Gonzaga and Andrew E. Ang galing nila. Ang galing. Wala akong masabi. Diba? Sino ba pinakamaingay? Tony Gonzaga, everyone said that it's going to end her career. The opposite happened, di ba? A lot of people responded positively sa pagsali ni Tony sa UNITEAM, di ba? Next, ito yung medyo sabi ko, ang galing ng execution nito. Scarcity created more curiosity about you. Scarcity in terms of your presence in media and with your other candidates. So for example, this is how they played it. So pag merong ibang debates, so there are, hindi si Bongbong, hindi siya umattend sa lahat ng debates. He limited his presence in media and he will only make himself available or he will only come out in media that is nakampi sa kanya or sa sarili niyang platforms. Pero that doesn't mean, and you cannot say na hindi siya naging present dun sa iba kasi he attended Boy Abunda, he attended DZRH, of course the SMNI debates. You can't fully say na hindi siya umattend ng debates kasi he attended some. He did not attend all of them. And kung mapapansin nyo, yung mga debate kung saan hindi siya umattend, siya pa rin ang pinag-usapan. Any attention is attention. Good or bad, attention is still attention. So isipin nyo na lang, di ba? ABS-CBN, COMELEC, CNN, I forgot kung sino pa yung mga gumawa ng debates. Pinag-usapan pa rin siya, di ba? Absent na nga siya, pinag-usapan pa rin siya. So that it got people's attention. It got some people got really, really curious about him. And then they started searching about him. Whether to hate on him or to get converted, it's still attention. You still put eyeballs on your channel, diba? So ngayon, it's either pupunta sila sa platform or sa channel mo para tutsain ka, awayin ka, or titignan nila, bakit nga ba hindi sumasali to? Diba? Bakit nga ba hindi to, bakit nga ba to hindi nagpapakita? Diba? Totoo ba yung mga sinasabi nila? Yun yung ginawa ni BBM, diba? He limited access to himself so that every time he would be available, everyone would funnel into that. 'Di ba? Hindi siya umattend sa ABS-CBN or yung KBP na debates. So everyone missed him. So now, afterwards, every time na lalabas siya sa television or sa screens natin sa cellphone or sa tablets nyo, magiging curious ka ngayon na parang, uy, lumabas siya sa outlet na yun. Ano kaya? What does he have to say? 'Di ba? Ano kaya yung statements niya? So he funneled people's attention into the channels that will work best for him. And that's a really, really good strategy that he and his team executed really, really well. And another one, this probably won him the election. He focused on the D and E segment of society. Diba? Tignan nyo yung demographics ng Liberal Party versus the UNITEAM. Doon mo makikita eh. And you have to understand, the majority of the voting population of the Philippines is the D&E market. Nakuha nila yun. Nung nakuha nila yun, wala na. Ang taas na ng probability for them to win this election. And 31 plus million Filipinos voted for him. That's a huge majority. That's hindi mo nga pwede sabihin majority, parang landslide na nga. Ang laki talaga ng lamang. Ang laki ng lamang. So they focused on the majority of the voting public and all their efforts were geared towards that. Ang dami pa. So ano pa ba yung nakikita ko? Balik tayo doon sa digital media and social media platforms. Not only did they have channels, did they have their own channels, they had supporting channels that are in line with the branding, that are in line with the propaganda, that are in line with the messaging. Tandaan natin, this is a numbers game. If you have so much, di ba, yung ginawa nila dyan is, not only did they have their own channels, meron sila ng mga iba't ibang vloggers, iba't ibang influencers on Facebook and on YouTube that are creating content that is aligned with their branding, that is aligned with the messaging that they have, diba? So, ang dami dyan. All you have to do is look at YouTube and Facebook. Ang daming vloggers dyan na dedicated to spread the positives or to support a Bongbong Marcos presidency. So not only do they have their channels, they have sub-channels or other collaborative channels na pareho yung message. So isipin nyo na lang, i-add up nyo lahat yun. Yung fan base ni Bongbong, yung fan base ni vlogger na ganito, yung fan base ni YouTuber na ganito, diba? And then you also have TikTok. Ang laki nun, diba? Ang laki nun. Yung reach, ang laki. And this is something a lot of politicians and political strategists will look into and implement those strategies when they campaign later on. Ang galing ng strategy niya. Whether it's propaganda, whether it's truth, the non-truth, diba? It's different storytelling, historical revisionism, bahala na kayo dyan. Pero tandaan nyo, when you talk about elections, it's a numbers game. It's getting people's attention and converting those into votes. Okay? And for this one, ang ganda ng execution ng Bongbong Marcos camp. If I missed out on anything, please put it in the comment section. Let's all discuss this, diba? Let's see what are your other observations. Please let me know. Please subscribe to this channel, and I always really appreciate everyone's support to this channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.